Have you ever wanted to redecorate your home with newly painted walls, but ended up not doing it because you knew the results would not end up the way you wanted? Many people are discouraged from painting and often hire a professional to do the job, but anyone can paint like a professional if they only knew the right way to approach a project. Just recently, I interviewed a man named Cam Ching. He's actually he's a painter by hobby. His full-time job is actually a pastor for a church. I met Cam Ching as he was painting my friend's home for free. My friend in Waikele was selling his home and had to fix it up so it looked nice, and Cam was helping him out. So when I went over there, I was kind of surprised in the equipment he was using and the techniques he was using. So I decided to use him for the interview. In the interview, we discussed mainly three topics: choosing the right paint, using the right equipment, and using the right techniques. Cam was telling me that many people don't know how to choose the right color. They have a color in mind that they want, but they don't often think about the lighting, the natural lighting of the room, or the artificial lighting, or the placement of the lighting, and how those colors are going to affect the light in that room, and also how they're going to react with the furniture and other fixtures in the room. So you're saying how people usually don't take time to really research and look into what is the right color that they want, and also how it's going to set the right mood. Also, we just talked about picking the right sheen for the paint. Sometimes people will just buy the cheapest paint on the shelf and not pay attention to what the sheen is. And it's important to know that if you have a messed up wall that has lots of cracks and lots of bumps and imperfections, if you put a high gloss sheen on that wall, it's going to show every imperfection. So he was telling me with older homes, like my friend's house, he had to use more of an eggshell, more on the flat side, to hide a lot of the imperfections. Where in the bathroom he used more of a semi-gloss, which is shinier, but it helped to protect the walls from water and dirt. Another thing is choosing the right quality of paint. He said that many people will just buy the cheapest paint, and apparently the cheaper the paint, the cheaper it's going to look. So buy the best, most expensive paint you can get with primer. Another thing is he talked about using equipment, right equipment, prepping material, buying the right tape, and the right kind of rollers. He prefers a little small 4-inch roller, where my brother, who's a commercial painter, uses an 18-inch, almost 2-foot roller. But apparently, the bigger the roller, the more paint it holds, but the bigger mess it made. So since he only paints, indoors and stuff, he uses a small 4-inch roller that you would think would take more time, but actually it doesn't. You have more control, it's lighter, and it uses less paint and also less mess. So I thought that was really interesting. He also talked about using the right techniques. And I thought I was a good painter until I watched him, and his thing was, many people don't get enough paint on the wall or on the roller, which ends up having lots of holidays or spots where you can see through. So when he paints, he puts a lot of paint on the wall, and then he pushes it into the wall. That way it sticks and hides any imperfections, and nothing's left unpainted. Another thing is just having a good time. That's his thing. He does it because he loves it. It's his meditation. So no matter what project you're taking on, the details we've discussed can prepare you for painting, but it can also guide you in any kind of situation by planning ahead, using the right tools, and learning the tricks of the trade.